Welcome to the channel. How you guys doing? So today we'll be doing a reaction to top 10 places in Czech Republic. This is my first time reaction. Without saying much, let's dive right into the video.
What's up guys, my name is Ryan and I want to share with you my favorite places in the Czech Republic. So here's my Czechia top 10. The Czech Republic is one of Europe's hidden gems. It's a land full of mystical castles and medieval cities, from the fairy tale town of Cesky Krumlov to the stone pillars of the Bohemian Paradise. The Czech Republic has so much to offer. Let's start this video off in the enchanting city of Prague. Now when it comes to European cities, it's hard to beat the charm and beauty of Prague. Now located right in the middle of the Czech Republic, Prague is known as the political, cultural, and economic center of Central Europe. The city was founded around the 9th century and flourished during the Renaissance and Baroque eras. Now Prague was the capital of the Kingdom of Bohemia and was the main residence of many Roman emperors such as Charles IV. Now one of my favorite attractions in the city is the Charles Bridge. Its construction began in 1357 and it wasn't finished until the beginning of the 15th century. The bridge is decorated with an alley of 30 statues. It's so scenic and such a great feature. Now the Old Town Square is also a great place to explore, and the Prague Castle is another sight to see. It's considered to be the largest ancient castle in the world and was built more than 1,000 years ago in the 9th century. I mean, that's a freaking long time ago. I mean, Prague just has such a historic vibe, and I hope you all can visit. Now afterwards, we're going to visit the town of Telc. Now located about a 2 hours drive from Prague, Telc is this magical town surrounded by 2 ponds and is bound to transport you back in time. One of the main attractions of the city is the Telc Chateau. It was built in the 14th century, but the castle and the rest of the town was burnt down in a great fire in 1530. Now with everything burnt down, it essentially made the town a blank canvas, and the 23-year-old leader at the time, Zacharias of Hradec, saw potential and decided to reconstruct the castle and town with a Renaissance style. Today, the castle is considered to be one of the best preserved Renaissance structures in the Czech Republic. Now, another one of my favorite features of Telc is the main square. It's lined with beautiful Renaissance and Baroque houses. I mean, this town is truly a fairy tale. Afterwards, we're going to head to the north of the country to visit Jested. Now, located right near the Polish and German borders, Jested is this beautiful mountain peak with a uniquely shaped 94-meter tower that was constructed back in 1973. Now, special thanks to my friend Petr Podružek for sharing his footage of Jested and many other places in this video. He has some incredible aerial films of Czechia, and I'll link his channel in the description below so you can go check him out. Now, Jested overlooks the city of Liberec.
This video is making me want to explore the Czech Republic as soon as possible. Guys, this country is so beautiful.
Jested overlooks the city of Liberec, and the area is also a ski resort during the winter. You can have a nice meal in the Towers restaurant or even stay the night in its hotel. Afterwards, we're going to head over to the Bohemian Paradise. Located in northeastern Czechia, this has to be one of my favorite natural areas in the country. It's a mysterious area with rolling hills and natural beauty. One of the most notable features of the Bohemian Paradise is its sandstone rocks. They are uniquely carved out of the hills with various formations. The area around Shirazi has an interesting rock called Kobila that looks like an upside down foot. Now this area just looks so magical, especially when it's covered in mist. There's plenty of trails and hikes to go on, so if you want to experience some Bohemian nature, you gotta give this place a visit. Afterwards, we're gonna visit the Lednice Castle. Now located just 30 minutes from the Bohemian Paradise, the royal castle was built in the 13th century and perfectly placed on a volcanic hill with an elevation of 604 meters. Now over its history, it served as a prison for a queen and also a retreat for monarchs who enjoyed hunting in the area. During the 30 Years' War, it was confiscated by a war general who converted it into a monastery. Now today, parts of the castle can be visited, and its medieval look has inspired many legends and stories. It's such a cool piece of history. Now another fascinating nearby place is the Zvikov Castle. It's a rather odd castle that is built upon a 35-meter sandstone rock. The castle was first mentioned in the 14th century, but it was burnt down and deserted a few hundred years later. Today it's more of a ruins than a castle, but still an interesting spot to visit. Now just 10 minutes from the Zvikov Castle is the Panska Skala rock formation. It's this beautiful area with volcanic basalt columns that reach 12 meters high. I really like the area around it with the pond and park. Definitely worth a visit if you're in the area. Now afterwards, we're going to visit the Lednice Castle. Now located in the south near the Austrian border, the castle is part of the Lednice Valtice cultural landscape, which is registered on the UNESCO World Heritage List. Now back in the year 1249, the House of Liechtenstein acquired a castle in Lednice and remained the principal Liechtenstein residence until World War II, when it was confiscated by the Nazis, and the family was relocated to Vaduz. Now the castle was originally built in the Renaissance style, but in the 19th century the palace was rebuilt with a neo-Gothic style. Now the whole area is just beautiful with its gardens and ponds. Now I really like the minaret. It's a lookout tower that's over 62 meters high. It was built at the turn of the 18th century and it's one of the tallest in all Europe. Just a short drive from Lednice is the beautiful town of Mikolov.
Czech Republic is so beautiful. I can't wait to visit those amazing places. And you know what, guys? It's on my bucket list now. Wow!
Beautiful town of Mikolov. Now the crowning feature of the town is the Zvikov Castle. The first castle was built here in the 13th century, but what you see today was reconstructed in the 18th century. Now while we're still in the area, you can check out the Church of St. Leonhard. It's just about 10 minutes from Mikolov, and it's this beautiful church built on an island in the lake. There was once a village there, but it got flooded and only the church remains. Now afterwards, we're going to visit the Konopiste Castle. Now located just 40 minutes outside of Prague, the Konopiste Castle is one of the most well-known castles in all the country. Now it was built towards the end of the 13th century, and one reason why this castle is famous is because it was the last residence of Franz Ferdinand. He's the guy that was assassinated in Sarajevo, which resulted in World War I. I mean, wild stuff. Now aside from all the history of the castle, today it's a scenic location and it's built right next to a lake. It's a great place to visit, especially if you're in Prague. Now afterwards, we're going to head over to the Zvikov Castle. Now located right on the confluence of the Vltava and Otava rivers, I think this is one of the most impressive castles in the country. It's nicknamed the King of Czech Castles, and I totally understand why. The Zvikov Castle was founded in the first half of the 13th century. The castle strategically stands on difficult to access promontory, and it was so well fortified that it withstood a 4-month siege by the Hussites. And during the 30-Year War, 140 men successfully defended the castle against 4,000 Habsburg troops in 1618. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Anyways, I definitely would have felt safe living here during medieval times. Now today, it's a wonderful destination, and some believe it has a ghost that wanders the castle walls. Now for our final destination, we're going to visit the fairy tale town of Cesky Krumlov. Now located about 2 hours drive from Prague, Cesky Krumlov is a medieval fantasy. As I was doing research, I was just blown away by the beauty of this place. It looks like something straight out of a fairy tale. The town arose around the year 1240 when the Cesky Krumlov Castle was built and a settlement emerged beneath it. Cesky Krumlov thankfully escaped the bombings of World War II, which is the main reason the city is so well preserved. Today it stands as one of Czech Republic's most beautiful towns. One of the main attractions of the town is the castle. It's the second most visited in the country. It's surrounded by a moat that's not full of water but bears instead. That's pretty crazy. You can also visit the castle tower to get an incredible view of the town. I mean, it's just such a magical place and I can't believe it exists. Well, that is it for my Czech Republic top 10. Let me know where your favorite place is in the comments below. I also started a relaxation channel where I make hour-long relaxation films to bring some peace and nature in your life. I'll be releasing a film on the Czech Republic soon. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at shirley.films. It's Ryan, and we will see you later.
Wow, Cesky Krumlov is my favorite. It's a great place to visit. I think this is one of the most beautiful countries in the world. It's a small country but historically and naturally rich. I really love to visit there, guys. I love this video. Everything there is so beautiful. Let me know your favorite place too in the comment section, and thank you guys so much for watching with me. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.